So, I can and want to say first that playing the game for yourself is a totally different experience. I'm a bit sad that we didn't found the optional statues, which resembled the stages of grief. At least I think, because we found two, that there are also the other three, but we simply missed them. Um, so, I have so many thoughts right now, actually. First of all, play it for yourself. Go get the game, play it. Simple as that. I can't recommend the game enough, even if it's, of course, a short game. But I think you can't measure a game on its length, because there are many short games which are pretty bad, and of course short games like Gris, which are awesome, simply a masterpiece in my opinion. And of course, on the contrary, or on the other side, you have long games which are pretty awesome and simply awesome masterpieces in themselves, but also long games which are bad. I remember a game for the SNES which was simply horrible. And so I think, which is I think important to say in that terms, in my opinion, the game handles the topics of grief, depression, and also the personal struggles that come with that things extremely respectful. And I also do think that the symbolism of some things are really on point, at least for things like depression, like I experienced during my life. And so it wasn't romanticizing it, but it wasn't also dramatizing it. It was simply really respectful and on point with that. And I think, despite handling such a very serious and sad topic, like grief and also depression and all that, it didn't lost in terms of mood and atmosphere, even if you don't want to deal with those things for many personal reasons you might have. I think you can still enjoy the game, because simply the music is so goddamn good, and also the art is... I know I could make a majestic counter, but the art style and graphics and all are also simply majestic. I can't say enough how what a masterpiece Gris is, in my opinion. And at first I was a bit hesitant to play it, not because I don't like the game or anything like that, but I thought that I could maybe don't enjoy it as much like I could, and like I did. I did even enjoy it more than I thought, because I already saw the game as a Let's Play. And for all non-German viewers out there, Gronk simply shows everything of a game. So if you watch a Let's Play of him, you pretty know the entire game, actually. And so I was a bit fearful that I maybe don't enjoy the game as much as I would like. But yeah, like I already said, I enjoyed it even more than I thought. And oh, 1 second. So, where was I? And like with Avieta, I'm actually thinking about some critique points, but I don't have any. um, I have one. The game is too short. um, and like I also already said in the previous part, now that I see it for a second time and also play it for now on myself and all that, I view some points differently than when I saw the game the first time. And with the bird thing, I can't say the same for the eel, actually. Of course, it was the same thing, but in terms of stages. With the bird thing, I had now the feeling that it's more also scared and hurt. And also wanted to help us, because on some spots it simply sits there and even did the scream when we had to go into the opposite direction from it, which was helpful. And maybe it's also a bit of because only after Gris got swallowed by the shadow stuff, and also I do think before we reached the acceptance, that it was simply a visualization of trying to put together the pieces back together, no matter what, and maybe also of suppressing the sadness, the anger, and all that, masking maybe. So simply showing or demonstrating that everything is fine, and you put yourself back together while you don't feel like that at all. And that this will catch up. And that you have to accept the way how you feel right now, or you felt in the past, to really get out of that. Suppressing stuff is never good. And I also want to say here, if you struggle with depression or grieving, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. Somebody you trust, of course. Like the game also demonstrated in the green stage, at some points everyone needs help, and that is totally okay. May it through simply having someone who listens to you or can actively help you. I think the form of help doesn't matter as long as one knows that you are not alone. I think that makes a huge difference. And I think all those things, of course, still, the game is about symbolism, metaphors, and art. And everybody can interpret it differently. So like always, with every review I made, let me know your form of interpretation and your feedback in the comments below. I would love to see how you interpreted some things. Maybe you disagree on some points I made, or maybe you agree on some. But what I do can say is Gris is one of the most beautiful games I ever played and ever saw. And it is a huge recommendation, and I do love that there's at least one game out there which takes on such a heavy topic without romanticizing nor dramatizing it, but simply respect it and also show it in a non-hurtful way. But still, like I said, doesn't romanticize it. And it is simply on point, in my opinion. And even if you don't have in mind what the game is actually about, you still can enjoy the game as simply as a piece of art that it is. And that is awesome. So, like I already said, let me know how you interpreted some things in the game. Let me know your feedback for the game. And yeah, let's have a discussion about it, like always. Until then, see you in the next Let's Play. And have a nice day, and especially stay safe. Bye!